I like that.
Frog
Bouncy.
rock.
That's not
Kinda
even
like
3, that's
effing
2.
Frog rock today.
Is
Frog
like
rock.
Shrek in like the side corner, just like chilling as well?
Where?
My name's Luca.
Gosh, Ricky, get it right. He's a guest.
Dang. I tried.
Okay, Frog Rock. Yeah, Frog Rock today.
Frog rock today.
I'm with
Rock,
it.
rock
Yeah, it's-
today. That's perfect.
Yeah. What
Live.
what kind of comprises the frog element to you guys? What is frog about it?
It's similar to prog,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
with an
yeah.
extra F. An extra
Yeah.
F in
Mhm.
prog, you know.
And
Do you guys get super into the niche genre, like labels and whatnot, when it comes to your stuff or like the stuff you listen to? Like, do you guys really care about that?
No.
No, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it's like,
It's a
I
fun
don't know.
thing
It's everything. I think the actual genre is like art rock.
Mm-hmm.
because it's art and
Yeah.
it's rock.
It's art and it's rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoying when you like start a new job or something and someone's like, oh, you play music, like what kind of music? And you're like,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like-
sort of like rock core.
Frog rock today.
Yeah, it's like frog
Frog
rock.
today.
It's like Toby's little
Toby's
circus.
Toby's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a little circus I run.
Yeah, very very cool descriptors over here. What were the names of those first few songs that you guys played?
Mm.
Just for those who are curious at home.
First song is called Quotidiano, which means every day in Latvian. Second song was Skin So Green. Third song doesn't super have a name. What I wrote to you guys in the email says anything you want.
That's a good name.
Thank you. And the last song that we played there was A Little Bit, A Lot Of.
And are those all off the same kind of body of work, or are they kind of a hodgepodge of
A
your
couple of
faves?
them are off our last one.
Yeah, a couple of them are off the last record. Skin So Green is off the
Two records ago?
self-titled.
Yeah. And,
And Anything You Want is to be recorded and
Ooh,
released.
we got a special
so
CFRU
it's
sneak
extremely,
peek.
extremely special and
Nice.
exciting right now.
Yeah,
Thank you for
don't-
that treat.
don't tell anyone about that one.
We need to
That's
know.
a secret.
Keep it between us.
Then
Um,
they'll rewatch the radio show.
Oh,
Be like, oh my god,
no.
what song? What song?
Yeah, so those first four were super duper sick. Really nice variation in like the synth stuff was just what jumped out at me.
Really?
That was when you said frog rock, I was like,
You mean hopped?
okay, yeah, like bouncy
Yeah.
synths, like yeah.
Bouncing around.
But what I don't know, like I feel like we've had a lot of bands on the show who are, you know, different variations of rock, alternative, you know, whatever. But we don't get a lot of synths. And
Wow.
so what kind of, I don't know, where does the synth come in for you guys? Has that always been sort of part of your sound, or is it something that's kind of developed with time and become more of a something that you have fun with?
I mean, when we started out, there was no synths.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And then Tobias and I kind of just acquired this microKORG from our friend in high school
Wonderful.
and threw it in there. I have some experience playing the keys, so we did that. But it's definitely entering the music more and more over
Yeah,
the
leaning
years.
more into it.
Leaning more into it,
Yeah, because it lets you write a whole other part.
yeah.
So if I write a guitar part and I'm like, that's cool, and then I come up with another one and I can't choose,
Yeah.
I'll just...
And we're not going to get another guitarist.
No.
So.
No, I think it's really cool to switch it up between chordal instruments. Like having a one guitar, one synth is really, really super sick and fun. Sonically, do you guys have any, like, I don't know, it's kind of a basic question, but like, who are your influences? What do you guys like to listen to? What kind of informs your artistic practice and the stuff that you end up making together?
It's an oldie but a goodie question.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The people want to know.
I listen to. There's a lot of bands out there. I'll talk about this one because it's like kind of a big thing in all of our lives is coming up. We get to play with legendary musicians, Deerhoof, in a few days on Monday in Toronto. And for me, at least, in how I've sort of played the drums in my life, I keep going back to those records, those Deerhoof records, and like the tone and the creativity and the fun that is in all of those songs and all those compositions is just so cool. So big shout out to Deerhoof. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Shouts
Thank
out
you.
Deerhoof.
Thank you so much.
Say it to their face.
I sure
Yeah.
will. I sure will.
Yeah.
But there's like such a variety of influences. a lot of heavy stuff from Tobias.
Yeah,
Tobias's end.
I listen to a lot of metal, especially like lately. I think I've gotten like way back into it. I think when we started Luge, that was sort of like the least metal that I've listened to in my life, and I was more like into like noise rock and math rock, maybe. I get like Teramelos, that sort of thing. And now I'm back. And listening, just walking around every day, listening to a different Krallice album. And then being like, oh wait, I'm in Luge. How do I write metal riffs that aren't metal riffs? Because I'm not in a metal band. And we figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
But yeah, I think everybody in the band sort of brings a different piece of the puzzle.
Right on. And as a puzzle, what do you think each kind of corner contributes? Like, what is the kind of vibe that you all bring? Because it's all something different, but it all comes together so well. And it's, like, to me, very clear to see that you guys have a variety of different sonic and aesthetic influences. So I kind of want to prod a little bit more, know where some of that comes from each of you.
Yeah, I mean, for me at least, like, these guys established the group, and then I joined a little bit later, and got to jump in on that. And I was coming from like a background of I went to school for music, so I had some like educational background coming into it, and obviously my own influences on top of that, which was like some prog rock, some dad rock, you know, and kind of learning jazz and stupid emo math rock and stuff.
You were also in like a rap rock band.
Oh, I was in a fucking sick ass rap rock band. I mean a good rap rock band called
Yeah,
Slyline.
we're just gonna cut that part
it was
out.
really
Your entire interview is just gonna get cut
I'm
out.
done.
Actually,
I'm cooked. Yeah, I was in that rap rock band. It was really fun with Stu, who is the drummer for Luge for the last like 7 years or so,
such
or something.
a good
8
name,
years.
Stu.
He's such a good dude.
Such a good drummer.
Such a good drummer, yeah. And I think me and him joining at the same time really brought like a lot of our influences and kind of our technical kind of abilities on our instruments into the mix. So yeah.
Rad. I love that. What about you, Kaiba?
I guess I didn't really expect to be in a band, so it was a lot of like fear. A lot of
She brings the
fear-based
fear.
music. No, but I guess sort of like punky. I don't know.
I think
I don't know.
you're always pushing for some like Euro dance stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of parts.
There's a
Oh,
lot
I
of
love
like
that.
there's a lot of like I'm realizing how much the sort of growing up in Latvia and just listening to folk music all day, every day, all the time
Yeah.
is really influencing me.
You bring this sort of Eurovision angle.
Yeah,
That's so
the
cool,
Eurovision
though, and
vibe.
it comes through in the synths, in the bouncy,
Yeah.
like, just electrifying little synth bits that you have going on. I think that's so cool and, like, different than what we typically hear, especially in this area. It's kind of, you know, guitar-y and
Yeah.
gets to be a bit of the same, but that's very cool. I think that's a little bit of spice.
Thank you.
Any other thoughts? Any other influences to mention? Name drop on the radio?
I'm gonna just name drop Kaiva again
Right on.
because
Cool.
when we were talking about the synth as a new addition, something that's so cool on this record that's coming up is, at least for one song, and you know, that we're getting the basis of the songs from the synth at times. Like that song that we just played starts literally, and I think in our songwriting process started with Kaiva modulating her arpeggiator and finding some cool grooves out of it. And I don't know, I think that makes synth probably a better instrument than guitar, because
Wow.
you get to
Ooh, hot take.
that kind of thing comes
Dang.
out.
Fighting words.
Yeah.
So who's the
It-
guitarist in this? Luca, are you fighting hands? Are you throwing hands right here? Here, I'll cheer for you live.
I'll throw hands at anybody in here. It's a small room, and
CFRU boxing match.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. Should we talk more about like growing up in Latvia and how that informs your musical practice? Because
Where's
can't-
everybody else from?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the background of everybody else?
Latvia's
Matter
not
of fact,
that
where
cool.
everyone's from.
No.
I'm Tobias, and I play lead guitar, and I'm from Toronto.
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 Cam, where are you from?
I'm from like near Hamilton, near it, and yeah, I don't know. And then I moved to Toronto like many years ago now. So yeah. Same shit, and same stuff.
Kaiva, what like city are you from?
Riga.
Okay.
The only city.
Is
The
it
big
like
one.
is it like the capital city? Is it
It's
like
the capital city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's not a lot of people in that country. About half of them live in that city.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
And how has the jump from not many people living in the city to, I'm assuming Toronto is where you're kind of based as a band?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What's I don't know, how has the scene been in Toronto? How's the playing shows? How's the interacting with people?
It's awesome. I mean, it's super different, but also you realize kind of that the scene only gets that big.
Yeah.
There's like 1 million scenes in Toronto. So I guess people think like, oh, you're going to move to a big city. There's going to be so many more people that you see. But I see like the same amount of people over and over again.
Yeah, because you're
in
kind of
Riga
you end
and
up in a
in
niche
Toronto.
bubble, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Right on.
Yeah.
How do the rest of you guys
Luca,
find the Toronto
where are
stuff?
you from?
I'm from Toronto as well.
Okay.
Sorry, but I can talk about the scene.
Yeah, go on.
Let's go.
In high school, I mean, I can talk. Toby and I went to a lot of really pretty dirty, unsafe locations for the local punk scene.
Children, cover your ears.
Well, we were children. we were
Ears
children.
were not protected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of people opening their garages and people, hanging out in alleyways and repurposing a bike shop, for example. And I'll just let the Toronto heads put that one together, where the bike shop was. But and a lot of those venues aren't around anymore for various reasons, because some of them get shut down, and some of them, the people grow up and they move out of their parents' basement, and then that venue doesn't exist anymore, right? But the energy behind what instigated those venues is still out there, right? And it's those people have become the bookers, and they've become musicians who foster connections with other groups. And I think that it has made Toronto a really dynamic place to grow up and listen to music and figure out what you like and meet other musicians. And it's, I think, the pandemic slowed it down, but I don't know. It's still smoldering, baby. It's coming back, and it's coming back in a big way. And I think the same thing is happening across Canada, and I can say in Guelph, I hope.
Definitely
in
in Guelph.
Montreal.
Guelph's
Yeah.
the center of it all, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guelph is where we played our second and fourth and fifth show.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Dan Loughran and
Yeah.
Baby Labor.
Baby labor.
Dan.
I worked at a truck brake factory with Dan Loughran
Oh my
in
god.
Concord, Ontario.
Wow. There's a
I
connection.
And
was
I would-
actually there to help out with sound, along with Katie, our video technician, for Dan at Uppy Guitar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys were awesome, and we were so pumped to have you guys back on.
It's all
CFRU
coming
Live.
back to me now.
Really?
We spoke about
Yeah.
coming
This
on
was
the
like a
radio
year
show.
ago, so I wouldn't be surprised if you forgot.
It was like almost literally
Yeah.
exactly a year ago.
Wow.
You say we might have forgotten, but Toby, I don't know if you know this, has a written ledger of every single show that
That's
Luge
kinda
has
creepy,
ever
Toby.
played.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not a ledger. It's an Excel spreadsheet.
It's
an
Oh,
Excel
an
spreadsheet.
archivist.
Actually, it's
Can't
not
write
even
on it.
Excel. It's Google Sheets.
It's
Oh,
Google
okay,
Sheets.
my
Nice.
mistake.
Because it's on my
Ooh.
drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did compile, and that's how I know that we've played with Baby Labor. I think it's 17 times.
17, wow.
That's awesome.
That's insane.
But yeah, the first Luge show I booked, which was almost 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years ago
Oh, yeah.
on August 10th this year, and I was working at a truck brake factory with Dan Loughran, and he was like, "Dude, I've got a band." And I was like, "I've got a band, and I'm booking our first show." And he was like, "What if my band played that show?" And I said, "Okay." And he said, "I'll get you back." And then
Got us back.
he booked the next like 5 Luge gigs.
That's
Nice.
so rad.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why we love Guelph so much.
We
Yeah.
love Guelph.
Yeah.
And it is confirmed Guitar City.
Guelph loves you.
Thank you.
It's great to have you guys here. Let's wrap up by talking about what you guys have on the go right now as a band. Are you writing, you're recording, getting ready to play some shows? What's on the docket for you guys?
So many awesome, exciting things. We're playing on Monday, as we mentioned, opening for Deerhoof in Toronto. Can't
Troglos.
wait. Troglos is also opening for Deerhoof.
Yeah.
And then we are recording 12 new, fresh,
Songs.
original songs next month. Super duper excited for that.
Scary.
It's extremely exciting.
It's a lot of songs.
It's a lot
You
of
guys sound
songs.
so excited.
You can really hear it coming through.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I think that
We're a little scared. We're
These
we're just finishing up writing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
these are gonna be the ones though. I think
Oh.
like this is we're sort of gonna make it after this one because
Oh,
some of
yeah.
them when you can just feel it when you're cooking one up and you say that's gonna be
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the one where we hit the big time.
Yeah, like,
Exactly.
you listen back to a recording of you practicing and you say Juno alert.
Juno.
Juno.
Shoot for the
Ruh-roh.
Junos.
Yeah,
everybody.
Polaris
I'm
alert.
gonna put you guys on my resume if you get up being on Junos.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can put me as a reference.
Oh, hell yeah.
Writing you all down as references.
Be a reference.
I'm really bad. I always answer the phone and it's always a robot.
Cameron,
What?
you look like you want to say something about our future.
I do
Oh,
want to say
wow.
something. I
Do
want to say
tell us.
something about both our future and our past.
Nice.
Wow.
Circular.
As we're approaching a 10-year mark as a band,
Hmm.
and we have some plans to put out. We're definitely gonna be putting out a version of a song that was on the first album, predating even my existence in the band. And we typically end like almost every set, I think, ever almost with it. The Google Docs spreadsheet should have info on that.
Yeah, it's Google Sheets.
Google
is what they
Sheets,
call
sure. But yeah, we play it like at every show. We love playing it. People seem to like to dance to it, and so we re-recorded that
it. Yeah.
with Stu in the studio,
With
like
Stu in the
a couple months
studio.
ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna put that out. I think maybe with a re-release of that record, or is that still the idea? No, that's not the idea. We're just putting it out on
Just
its
the
own.
one song.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of celebrating the 10 years
Yeah,
and
in August.
with that song as like a focal point and
Do
a
you
nice
have
fresh
a
recording of it.
day in August?
No, we just kind of forgot that we have to do all this.
Yeah.
Just remember that today.
We've been doing a bunch of stuff.
So
Yeah.
we're
Well,
gonna figure it
You
out.
heard it here first then.
We've
Where
said
can
it
the
live
cats
and-
find you if they want to keep up with your goings on and know these dates?
Probably Instagram
Mhm.
Yeah, Instagram.
at
Plug it.
huge_luge.
Huge_luge.
Write
Exactly.
that
Does
down.
that mean
everybody.
luge was taken?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
like
think so.
a sport. It's called
Yeah.
luge.
And they just have like a verified.
I don't know why they
Instagram
called that
account for it.
sport after our band. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, sports taken away from the arts
Yeah.
yet again.
Yeah.
Mhm. Classic.
So yeah, Instagram is the best way.
Yeah, Instagram, huge_luge for everyone listening at home. You guys on the streaming services? The Bandcamps
Oh yeah, we're
and
everywhere,
whatnot?
all over the place. Bandcamp, Spotify, all of the rest of them.
Run up
Google
those
Sheets.
streams, Apple Music and whatnot.
All of it.
Yeah.
Luge the band. It's been so great chatting with you guys. I'm so excited for you to play us out. Any final thoughts from Luge?
Shouts out to my mom who's
Yeah.
listening.
Oh.
Hi.
Shout out, Mom.
She really
Hi,
likes the
Mom.
song that we're re-recording, so she'll be stoked about that.
Oh, that's really sweet.
See you on Monday.
Right on. Thank you so much, Luge.
Thank you.
Thank you, CFRU.
We love you. Thank you.
Much love. Let's get it.
All right. No, this one I'm counting in. Ready? Ready? Viens, divi, trīs, četri.
Thank you so much, Luge.
Oh, we're still going.
We will close out the hour with a few more of their tunes that you might have missed. I am being informed that they have one more tune, and then we will close out with a couple tunes that you might have missed if you were not here for the first 15 minutes of the hour. Thank you so much again, Luge.
Thank you.
Thank you.